Well, hello internets, here we are. Have ourselves a little bit of a vlog for the day in progress. It's been a good day so far. And yeah, welcome to our vlog. So, here we go. Well, we have ourselves a little bit of a opportunity ahead of us. There is a family member with a camping stall that is available for the next few nights. I have been given the opportunity or the gift to use their stall free of charge. Essentially, the stall is paid for, but I gotta pay for my fuel and my food for the camping weekend. Now I believe that I can scrape together some food, and I do have a little bit of money for fuel. The stall is paid for. My trailer is still 90% packed, other than of course my clothes, my computer bag, and the dog, essentially, because I never really unpacked it fully when I come home, because I had kind of thought of another run maybe in a week or two after we've cycled through the end of the month kind of a thing. One thing I will say is it sure doesn't take long to spend money with the costs of everything the way they are. Things that were $200 or $300 are now, you know, $300, maybe $350. You know, you can blow the better part of a couple grand in just a week or two of a camping type adventure. And there wasn't even anything spectacular about it, except for 2 weeks in a lake lot and some food and a couple tanks of fuel. When you add up the math, considering what my expenses were, considering what I bought, like the table saw, that wasn't necessary, but it was a good deal and I was in the area. With the exception of maybe $60 to $80, I can account for virtually every penny. And I think if I dug, I could probably find out where most of the $80 went to as well. I did go for ice cream quite a bit. I kind of got hooked on their ice cream, and I think I ate out once while I was there, kind of as a treat to myself. So I didn't do the big epic road trip because of expenses, and instead I went camping. And in a way, I kind of would have liked to have done the big epic road trip, but when you're going to come in probably $1,500 or $1,000 short on the whole overall expenses of everything, then you can't go, because you just plain and simple can't afford to go. You know, maybe I could have drove 8 hours from home here to far south of Alberta, stayed in a campground for a week, and explored the area around the campground for the week. I could have done it that way with a bit of planning. Maybe I could have done less heavy driving and more light driving where the truck is unhooked from the trailer. We may have to look at that for the future if plans don't, or if expenses don't change. You know, things don't return to the prices that they, or the, you know, half reasonable prices that they used to be. I had a bit of a rough night last night, didn't get much sleep, and I wasn't able to get going as early as I wanted to this morning to get everything done like I wanted to make the departure time a lot easier and less stress. So I'm trying to decide if I should say thank you for the opportunity to use their lake lot and go out after the end of the month, after, you know, the new check comes, after more money comes in, after I'm not super broke, after I can afford to buy groceries, after I can afford to buy fuel, or if I should just break open the old piggy bank and you know, you only live once type of thing, go for it and have a fun more couple of days. You don't know what the fall holds. Given how I get sick in the fall, given how last year's fall was, you know, this could be the last opportunity for a camping weekend or camping adventure before I end up getting sick again for the fall. The only thing that I'm not 100% sure of is it is a long weekend. And I've got myself a little bit of a, what do you want to call it, to never camp on a long weekend. One, the campgrounds are going to be full, like packed full, including people doubling up in stalls and parking in ditches and wandering in off the road, you know, things like that. Two, we're about 35 to 36 degrees Celsius temperature wise, so it's hot. Probably one of the hottest we've had so far this year, and we may have a few more of these hot days coming up in next month as well, just based on how the weather this year has been. I went to a gas station and fueled up, and it was insane. Surprise, surprise. Who would have thought long weekend and gas stations would be lined up like they're giving away free gas or something. Grocery stores are packed full of people buying groceries and buying their groceries for their camping trips, so it might be just easier to say thank you and stay home, troubleshoot my computer, use my Wi-Fi, and then next month to go out for a week-long adventure or something. Well, we'll see how it goes, see how it rolls. If it's going to happen today, it's going to happen fast because, well, we're already in the afternoon and there's only about 5 or 6 hours left of the actual daylight per se. And if I get out there, I would like to be set up before dark, so I'm not, you know, backing over anybody or backing over a post or a plug-in post or a rock or, you know, someone's bicycle that they allowed to be laying from the neighbor or something, and kind of go from there. So if y'all see me later and I'm sitting right here, then we didn't go. If you see me and I'm out camping, well then I guess I must have went on a camping adventure. So we'll catch y'all later. Well, hello internets, here we are. Little bit of a evening update. Just pulled into camp probably about an hour ago. Trying to get things sort of half settled in again, half put to where they need to be. Had the old AC on in the trailer when I left it. Got the old AC on, cooled things down a bit, and now at about 8:30 p.m. Starting to think about supper. I stopped by at the grocery store this morning, did a parachute quickly in, and picked me up a little something. So here on the old barbecue, we got ourselves a beautiful thick piece of meat. Gonna give her a good cook up, and then, well, of course, give it an eating. I forget if I showed the last piece of red meat I ate. What was it now? 3 weeks, a little over 3 weeks ago now. And when I first come out camping, I stopped by the local grocery store, and I don't know if they were insanely picked over or if nobody in this little town that I'm in eats meat anymore, or if they just carry meat to humor the odd meat eater that is left out there or what. But I got a thin little piece of steak, and it was fairly pricey. And then this morning I was rummaging around in my goodies, and I found me a gift card left over from, I believe it was either Christmas or my birthday. So I went down and kind of treated me on my first really good, thick, good cut of meat. It would have been nice if I would have thought about this a few days earlier for whether it was barbecue or camping, and marinated the meat for a little longer than just 2-3 hours. But at the same time, I am looking forward to, well, a big piece of steak. Like I've said, it's a long time since I've had a real piece of meat. With the prices of everything that has gone up, our feed, or the animal feed, have gone up, which then makes our food go up. And when that goes up, people on a budget, their budget doesn't really increase. So they have to make do with, you know, $50 to $75 of groceries for the whole month, kind of a thing. I've asked around other people who are skinnier, of course, can't put it down to food. Other people that are even bigger as well, and they spend a whole lot more than I do, budget a month on groceries, and even the skinny people don't get away easy for groceries either. So having the blessing to go buy a nice piece of steak, a piece of meat, and give her a good old cooking, especially on a camp trip, is definitely worth all of the inconveniences of the day. Watch me a couple of shows, relax a little bit, and now gonna have some supper and get on with the evening. So we'll catch you all later. Well, hello Internet. Here we are with a little bit of a closing to the vlog here. This is filmed the previous day, or previous morning, mainly because last night it was not pristine filming conditions. Last night we had ourselves a beautiful supper, a juicy morsel of a steak, a juicy steak, a type of meat that I haven't had in probably 2-3 years, kind of a thing. It was very muchly needed. I was craving that, and after got supper over with, watched a couple of Netflix shows, started to do my normal nightly type of routine, and when things got, I could hear the thunder and lightning coming in the distance, so I knew we were going to get some type of a shower. The forecast said there was going to be a shower for, you know, tonight or that night, as well as today, which is tomorrow, and you know, left which is right, and all that stuff. And I knew it was coming, and I was sort of prepared for it, you know. I left my chair outside, but hey, that's not the first time it's been wet. And all of a sudden, during the storm, I could hear people running around outside and kind of in a panic, and you know, you stick your head out the trailer just to make sure there's nothing big coming, like that's gonna, you know, take you to Neverland or something like that, right? So really what happened was the power went out. People with their big trailers, I guess, got woke up at like 2 o'clock in the morning with alarms going off and stuff, because they're limited systems on batteries in these large trailers. So my Jayco here did very, very well. I knew that I had limited power in my battery, it lasts about 24 to maybe 48 hours just fridge alone on a charge to run the battery. This fridge is a 3-way fridge. However, it seems to still need 12-volt power to run propane, which is okay. It's just, kind of defeats the purpose, right? And once I got all that squared away and figured out, I kind of just went back to watching my shows and went on with the evening. When my phone went dead, I broke out the Jackery Explorer 240, charged up my phone, and continued on watching Netflix. Given the panic that was going on out there with these people with the large trailers, I probably could have rented out my generator for the rest of the night to one of these panicking people, but at the same time, I thought, well, if it comes to it, yeah. But at the same time, if I need it for myself, it's not going to be there, so it's not like it was 2 or 3 days or anything, and it's really not like anybody that I bumped into anyway had a medical emergency where they needed the power to run one of their machines or something like that. If that would have been the case, then something would have been done about it, but it is what it is. That's the thing about outdoors, the thing about nature, the thing about stepping out of your zone. You sometimes have to go camping on a long weekend just to get out of your bubble. You sometimes have to go camping when it's obviously going to be thunder and lightning just to experience something new. But it was a good day. We're out here camping for a few nights. It was a little bit stressful to get here, but now we're here. It's a great experience. And as always, thanks for watching Maxwell's Vlogs. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.